Hello and welcome back to Tuesday's vlog. Sorry I never got round to doing... Wait, I did actually get round to doing the weekend vlog, but there's a few things I need to sort on that video. So rather than putting it in a weekend vlog through the week, I'll just leave it till this Saturday, because this Saturday I've got a lot of plans on anyway, so I won't have time to do any weekend vlogs this weekend coming, so at least that fills the gap. And this weekend I put in... I hope you enjoyed that. Let us know what do you think about my dad's new car, the new RAV4 that's coming. Plus this tax that he's going to have to pay. I think it's disgusting. Really disgusting that they've put the price up. He's not paying that money for it. You know, if the band is 40,000 and he's paying 38, just because they've put the retail value of that car up to 43, why should he have to pay an extra £1,675? Still disgusting. One question I want to ask is, will you be interested in this? I'm going to do it anyway, because I personally think it'll be interesting for other people who don't watch my channel to do it. But when the new car has arrived, the brand spanking new RAV4, it's like the new 2022 edition, naturally, not in a couple of weeks, my dad's on holiday next week, it'll be the Monday after, we're going to go and pick it up. Would you like us to do a bit of a record of, because he's going to let me drive it back, we'll probably... like kind of, there's a word for it, like transportation mileage. It's literally probably only going to have 125 mile on it or something. Do you want to do a video where, like, I start off, we'll do a little bit of time lapse, because obviously I'll not be driving at that point, because I'll be going with them in their car. Bit of time lapse down to the garage, bit of a walk around the forecourt if there's not too many salesmen poking their nose in, and obviously the reveal of the new car, as in handing over the keys, there you go, and going around and opening up in front of the Toyota dealership, doing a bit of a video on the new car. Then naturally we'll get the car, but I'll try and get a mount somehow to record getting in it and doing a bit of time lapse driving it back. Don't know how I can cut that all in, because it'll probably be hectic, because more than have my mum and dad there, I'll have to follow them back, maybe have the kids. It will be, if it's a Monday, I'll have Olivia, so I'll have to sort her. So, yeah, let us know if you would like that. Would you like to see a video of going to collect our brand new car? Don't know if it interests you. You might not be interested in the car, but if it is, let us know what you think. Right, so that's that. Leaving that there, like I say, I'll get the weekend vlog loaded up on the weekend, and I'll go on to what's in today. I'm not going to include this one on the channel, but as you know, I've got my Mercedes here, and when I did my winter check over of it, if you've watched my ML videos, in fact, I'm saying if you've watched them, I can't even remember if I've actually done them. Well, if I haven't done them, I've checked it all over. The car was absolutely fine, spot on, apart from the front track rod end on this left-hand side was a bit plain, which I'm not happy at. So I've got it booked in for the four-wheel alignment this Monday coming, because as you know, I've been messed around from pillar to post for the last 2 weeks to get a track rod end for it. A good quality one. I mean, there's plenty of cheap shit out there, which I simply won't fit. But that's ready to go. Hopefully get that fitted this afternoon. It's just been delivered at long last. Length order, exactly the same quality as what this car would have left the factory with. Again, when I'm dealing with my kids in the car and towing a caravan, this is the main item, obviously, which, as if you're not mechanically minded, this is what basically turns your wheel when you turn the steering. So that's all that connects your steering to the wheel, which is obviously connected to the road. Proper, good quality, original equipment. Length order, what it weighs, an absolute ton. And like I said, that ball joint on the old one is knackered, so we're going to get that changed over today and get the car in for tracking on four-wheel alignment on Monday. So onto this, what I've got in, that was what's getting done to the Mercedes. I'm not going to record that as part of the day, because I'm going to try and keep that as part of the Project ML section. So in saying that, it's all freed off anyway, but I will do a brief video when I come to change that. So this is what's in the Suzuki S-Cross SX4. They used to just be called a Suzuki SX4, but now they felt the need to add an extra name onto it as an S-Cross SX4, which anybody in their right mind, you would look at that and go, well, that means, yeah, it's an S-Cross, and then the SX4 means it's four-wheel drive. No, it's not. It's two-wheel drive. There is a four-wheel drive option, but I think that's very confusing to the general public of, you know, having S-Cross or SX4 added on as an extra to make it look like a four-wheel drive. It is slightly higher than a normal car, but it's a 3-cylinder. What did Suzuki call it? The something boost. It's not an eco boost. It's a booster jet, I think they call it. It's just a 3-cylinder turbo, but quite a funky little looking car. Not to my taste, but looks like it's got a bit of a sad face, doesn't it? Not overly keen of Suzuki's new range of cars whatsoever, to be quite honest. Very, very expensive for parts. And looks-wise, I don't know. And the price of them are absolutely sky high, like, to actually buy them. But you would see it better on the floor, but it is what it is. If you just need a car to run back and forwards, it is what it is. So this is getting the front pads done in MOT. So really, that's all. We've checked it over. Slight little bit of perish into the back tyres, but nothing major for the MOT. You can just see there's some little splits and cracks, but that's actually an advisory. That'll be fine. So yeah, check all the levels, screen wash, oil, that's all fine. Get the new pads in, which I've got here. I think they come with a new shim kit, if I believe so. That were in there somewhere at the bottom, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, at the bottom, thankfully, because that's always an issue when they don't come with the shims. So yeah, I've got them to do. We'll go out with all the carts outside. Another issue with me Jeep, that's, as you've seen, I'm giving it away. It's developed a leak, me Jeep. So I'm going to have to flip and look at it. I think it's the gasket on the sump on it. So on the automatic gearbox. So I'm going to drop that down and reseal it. I've had this sitting for years. I'm just a little bit worried it's gone off. So I'm going to give it a test shortly and see if it works. And if it does, happy days. If not, I'm going to just order one, because I really don't want to have the sump dropped on it on the automatic gearbox and find this doesn't work and then I'm knackered. I've also got 5 litres of the ATF4, which you've already seen is doing the gear oil on it. So naturally, while the sump's off, I'm going to measure out the fluid and put exactly the same amount back in, but I may as well just have to spend another 30 quid on flipping new fluid. And while I've got the sump dropped, I'm going to clean the little filter out that's in there. I'm not changing it because it's like 80 quid. It'll just be a gauze filter. Just give it a bit of a rub and some white spirits or petrol or some kind of solvent and it'll be fine. I'm not spending that any more money than I need to. So that's that. I do have a few other things booked in this afternoon. I've got a Fiat 500 for a pre-MOT because it's in tomorrow for MOT. I can't really film that because I'll not get the video uploaded on time. And I have got... what was it? My dad did mention, oh yes, the guy who owns this car I'm just about to show you, his son's come in with a brake fault. I think there's something else coming in, and like I said, I've got to do my Mercedes. And as soon as the track end's done on the Mercedes, I'm going to take it home and swap it over for the Jeep. And the same with the Jeep, I don't want to get started on it until I know this fluid is delivered for tomorrow, and that this flipping sealant stuff, because you don't use a gasket on them, you use that stuff, that is not off. And I think for the sake of 7 or 8 quid, I'm going to crack on in a minute and order just another container of that stuff, because I really can't be arsed having the whole lot dropped and find that bloody it's gone off, because it's going to cause big problems. I don't want the insides of the gearbox being exposed to the dust in the garage, and I can't have that car pissing oil all over me, flipping all over the path at the front of the house. I've got trays under it on the drive. I don't know why that's just suddenly started to leak. It makes no sense. I've not touched anything, done anything, never had a leak. I don't drive the thing hard. Who knows? I just drop the sump off, scrape off the sealant, clean the 2 surfaces, put this new stuff on, tighten it up, re-top it up with new oil, see what happens. I'm hoping I don't need to drop the exhaust on it, hoping. And that's that. So anyways, back on to what else is in. Well, what's been in this Mercedes E-Class, I think it is. Must admit, I do call these Mercedes and stuff, but I do like these. It's the E22. Personally, I would like to have the one. This is the 4-cylinder, 2.1, 2.2, whatever they are. I'm sure they were 2.1, 4-cylinder. They do fly along. They're a good engine. But if it was me, it would have to be the V6. What do they have? I think they're the E320, I think they are. Definitely would have to be that for me. But I must admit, the brake pipes on these are disgusting, how bad the rot on them from an early age. I don't know what year this is, but I don't think this is like a new car as such. I think it's got to be pushing about 10-year-old. But I do like it. It's got the AMG alloys on it. I don't like it when they flaunt too much AMG around these Mercedes when they're just like a basic 2.2 diesel. But I do like this one because it's got the big... We just changed these a couple of months ago. It's got the big cross-drilled discs on it. They're not Brembos or nothing like on me Mercedes, but the cross-drilled brakes, very nice. It's got the full bi-xenons, all sorts of fancy lights when you switch them on, LED indicators, all the back end. I must admit, they do look like a quality car, these, compared to the C-Class. I do like an E-Class, I must admit. I really do. All LED rear lights, indicator, stop lights. Just, you know, again, real exhausts at the back. Proper exhausts, not fakes. I just think it's a nice car. Just the quality of it. Everything you touch, from the button on the remote to the door handle to the seats. I must say the only downside on it, I will say definitely, are the seats aren't quite as comfortable. But these are half leather Alcantara. Just all this brushed stainless steel. It is lovely. Even down here, all the stitching on the handles. I must admit, I like particularly this car. You know, again, brushed aluminium, and you get in, you get your half leather Alcantara, heated seats, and you get in, and it's just a nice place to be. I love this brushed stainless steel, and you know what it is? It's not cheap, chatty shit. You actually touch it, and it's cold to the touch. It's real metal. It's just a nice place to be. Switch it on. Nice old-fashioned turny key, but it isn't a key slash thing. Yeah, on there, 76,000 mile. Again, all the silver brushed kind of stainless steel around here, even on the steering wheel. And these buttons here are like real metal. This is all real metal buttons at the top. Nice kind of flat bottom steering wheel. It's got all your sat nav and all the rest of it. Black roof lining. Not a big fan of this idea here with the transmission over here. And obviously you've got your typical Mercedes, like all-in-one indicators, wipers on one stalk, your cruise and your limiter. But yeah, just generally a nice place to be, I think. I must admit, I'm just going to jump out, so it's hot in there. That is actually something I'm going to do this morning. I walked in and it was 3 degrees with the dogs. And now, I've got my jacket on, but underneath, I've got like my thermals. I'm going to have to go home and take them off. It's flipping boiling. Yesterday was the first time where I genuinely got hot and flustered. You know, when it's been winter the whole way through winter, and even when you're working and that, you still feel the cold. But yesterday I wasn't at work and I had my coat on walking the dogs. But today, you know, when you get that like uncomfortably chewy hot, I'm beginning to get like that. But what my worry is you see, I take this stuff off, and then I'll come tonight when I'm walking home, I'm flipping freezing. So you can't win when you're in a garage. We don't really have like a changing room as such. So yeah, I'll leave that here today. There is stuff coming in this afternoon. I will probably film doing the Mercedes track road end as a separate Project ML, and whatever I do to the Jeep, which don't want to jump the gun too much with that. I think I'll focus more on the Mercedes today. Get the track road end done. That's not until Monday for the tracking, but it can still be used. Take that home, leave that at home, bring the Jeep back here. Probably, see, what I don't want to do is take up a lift, and my dad will do. The Jeep's pushing it a bit for the old lift at the back, but it's not that as heavy as it looks, the Jeep, compared to the Mercedes. I might put that up on the old lift at the back tonight. Judging by what's in tomorrow is not too bad. And I might drop the sump. So what I'm going to have to do is drain it with the suction device, because I like to measure exactly what comes out to what goes back in. It saves all the faff. As I'm going to use a suction device to draw out as much as I can through the dipstick for the automatic gearbox, pour it into a container, and then when I drop the sump down, there'll be some in, and whatever's left in, pour it into like you take a big measuring jug, and then just make a line on the measuring jug, exactly what's come out, pour it out, the old oil, obviously rinse all the crap out, ready. Then when it's all back together again, I just need to fill it up. But I just want to get a good look at it, just to see if I need to drop the exhaust, because it is quite close in one area, but you can get to every single nut on it. So I'm hoping I can just angle it. Naturally, like when it's empty, when it's going back on, it'll be okay just to angle it and bring it up to the angle, and then tighten. if that's the case, it'll all just be done within kind of maybe tonight. Get it drained. But the problem is with it, it's going to have to stand even when it's put on. They say stuff cures, but before you go pouring oil in, I would ideally like to leave it overnight with that sealant so it goes off. Then when you fill it up, it's not wet. That's the proper way of doing it. But we'll leave that there anyways. That's going to be Project Jeep and Project ML. We'll see how things go today, but I really don't want to be taking up lifts too much, because next week I'm off. But the problem is, my dad's off next week, but I don't want to have that stuck on a lift, hit problems when you're on your own. As you know, even as a trained mechanic, just to have an extra pair of hands helps when you're doing something like lifting something like that up, angling it and keeping it up. Then you've got to let go of it to get your other nut or bolt to put in. It's just so handy to have somebody just to keep it pushed in while you run off, get the bits, torque it up, you know. So yeah, I'd rather get that done and out the way with this week rather than next week when I'm on my own. And I've had one of my subscribers come in. There's a subscriber coming in tomorrow with an L200 that I'm going to do a check over on. I might include that on the video. And I've got one of my subscribers who wants to bring his car in next week to do a bit of a walk around review and a few jobs on it. So I'll include that as well. So we'll leave that one here. Sorry there's not a great deal of interest today, but I need to get cracked on with them pads. Like I've mentioned, there's 2 or 3 other cars to come in. I want to get the Mercedes done, blah de blah. So yeah, how's your weekend been? Like I've said, don't worry, I have got this one uploaded ready for the weekend vlog. I just find it a little bit pointless adding a weekend vlog in through the week. I may as well just wait, have it ready uploaded on Friday night, because you can set when you put them to go live, and they'll be set to go on first thing Saturday morning, which give you guys all weekend to have a watch of it and let us know what you think. Plus I've bought something extra for my little project, which I might add in as a second video for the weekend when I've done the upgrade on my new project. It'll be daft when you see it and you'll think, oh, you've been waiting to see what it is. Please don't get your hopes up expecting it's like a motorbike or a flipping whatever. Just don't get your hopes up on that. But bit of fun, see what we think, and let us know please what I've mentioned about the new car collection caper. Let us know if you think that's something good to include on the channel. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Please hit the like button wherever the like is, normally down here. Please leave a comment, and if you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe. Everything helps towards my channel. Thanks, bye.